What's up, everyone? We will get started here shortly. Welcome to the Hbar Daily Show. Feel free to request to come up. I'll start bringing up some speakers here shortly. If you're on the spaces, hit that button on the bottom left. And if you are on the broadcast, feel free to jump up via the bit.ly link /Hbar Daily Show. If you're on X, if you're on desktop, you're on mobile, all you got to do is go to my profile. Let me actually show the link up in the broadcast so you guys can see what I'm seeing as well. Let me give me 1 second to jump over to my account here. All right. So if you are on, okay, should have loaded now. There you go. All right. If you are on X, once again, this link right here is what you are looking for. Once it loads here, there you go. bit.ly, bit.ly /Hbar Daily Show. That is the best way to come up as a speaker on the broadcast side of things. Doesn't matter if you're on desktop, doesn't matter if you're on mobile. Either works. Again, friendly reminder, we do host spaces Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Host real shows here Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. EST. All right, you guys, let's get started. Again, don't forget to show some support to the stream. Don't forget to share with your friends. Like and retweeting goes a long way. All right, you guys, I am going to share some of the content, some of the posts I've created recently here in the last 24 hours or so. As we usually do, we're going to cover all the latest Hbar news and alpha in the ecosystem. Again, feel free to request to come up. I'm going to be, if you hear some sound in the background, I do apologize. Also, let me know if you're on the broadcast side of things. Let me know if the audio sounds good. If you can hear me, I know yesterday there was some audio issues for a bit there. So again, if you're on the broadcast, let me know if it's working. Let me know if you can hear me and the people on the space as well. All right, you guys, what's up, everyone on the spaces side of things as well? We're gonna jump into the space here. 2%. What's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the space.
For having me. Excited to be here.
Great to have you up here, brother. How you doing? I know you wanted to share some content, so you're welcome to wait a little bit if you want to wait for the room to fill up a bit further. I know these are recorded as well. Awesome, Khalifas. Appreciate you. If you want to wait for the room to fill up further, that's fine as well, but you're welcome to jump in, brother, if you want.
No, I can share now. It's fine. I just thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to chat about or just shill real quick. I'm hosting a meetup with Hbar blockchain in a couple weeks here in Dallas area, and we have the CEO from Bank Social, John Wingate, that's going to be on the panel. So definitely excited about what Hbar has got going on, and just wanted to share here since I know this is a Hbar space.
Awesome, brother. Well, feel free to share up in the Jumbotron. Let me actually jump to X really quick and pull up your account. I know you shared it with me. Let me find the post really quick so everyone on the broadcast can follow along as well. Give me 1 second here. All right, is it this one? Yeah, I just shared it out here. So again, if you guys are on the broadcast, this is the post that 2% is referring to.
Put it.
Awesome, brother. And then when is this one occurring? It says it's July, correct?
Yeah, July 24th. It'll be on a Wednesday night in Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Gotcha. Okay. And then how is this going to work? So I see register below. Is this open to anyone? Do you have to have anything specific that we should know about here?
Yeah, it's open to anyone. It's going to be a more professional crowd than I guess I would say more than my meetups.
Yeah.
Since it's talking about DLTs, distributed ledger technology, that might be a little bit more advanced for a newbie crypto person, but all are welcome. Texas Blockchain Council is also going to be helping promote the event, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that's awesome, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming up and sharing it. If you have any other alpha or news you want to share on the show today, again, if you guys are on the broadcast, you're going to be able to see the post. Go show us some love. And then, of course, feel free to share if you haven't already in the space as well up in the Jumbotron.
Thanks. That's all the alpha I have for today.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate you coming up today. All right, you guys. Well, as always, we're going to continue the show. Per usual, I know what's today? Wednesday. Oh my gosh, today's Wednesday over here. So I hope you guys are all having a great day here today. I know price action still. I'm gonna jump over since yesterday we didn't do really any technical analysis. I'm just gonna show you some charts here so you guys can kind of just look at it, study it here with me as well. Again, feel free to request to come up to speak. The link to join as a speaker is in my bio on Twitter. Desktop or mobile works just fine. All right, give me 1 second here to pull up some charts. I'm gonna pull Bitcoin first. And then there's a couple graphics I want to share. I'll probably go find them in a little bit. They're probably in my what do you call it, in my media section on Twitter. So give me a second to look through those. But if you guys are on the broadcast, which again, if you are not going to be a speaker today, whether you're on the if you're on the spaces side of things, I'd highly recommend jumping on the broadcast side of things so that you can follow along with the interactive side of our show, so you can see what is going on. I'm going to be charting, doing a bunch of stuff over on that end as well, and you guys will miss out on some of it. The visual side of things if you are only on the space. So again, go check out what we are doing on the broadcast if you will not be coming up as a speaker. And if you are coming up as a speaker, I highly recommend coming up on the broadcast as well. So if you want people to see you or just see your PFP, all that, you will be able to be seen as well. All right, I just charted a little bit of Bitcoin in the channel that we're in, but I do see we have another speaker coming up. Safe Investor, what's good, brother? How you doing?
What's up, IPEX? So I'm just posting one of my most recent utility projects polls, and honestly, I'm not surprised. The bullishness on H-Rate still there. And it's overpacked in sauce. There was 111 votes. I just wanted to share those stats. On your broadcast, if I want to come up as a speaker, how would I do that?
Yeah, great question, brother. So let me jump over to X one more time. Give me 1 second to share the screen one more time. For those of you guys that are listening, right, I'm just gonna kind of walk you through it. 1 second here to showcase it. All right, you should be able to see my personal profile. So again, all you do is click on my PFP right now. Are you on desktop or mobile?
I'm on mobile.
Mobile, okay. Yeah, literally just click on my PFP, and then just that link. There's a link under the website link. It says bit.ly / Hbar Daily Show. Literally just click that. I'd recommend leaving the space though, so there's not like double audio going on. But a bunch of people this week already have been jumping up on the broadcast, so we want to start getting more of you guys up there as well. We'll have more guest speakers and all that kind of stuff, but we're still just kind of ironing out how we want to do the shows exactly as well, and letting everyone in the ecosystem, of course, know and is aware as well, right? All right, so yeah, feel free to just click on the link and it'll put you backstage. I have to approve your request basically, so anyone can really just go and sit backstage for a bit if you want to come up, and then I'll just approve you guys as you request to come up. Do you have any other questions, Safe?
No, that's it. Just been laying low lately. Just holding off a little bit on shilling Hbar too much. Just specific ATS projects instead of Hbar. Just been observing. Even if I don't get much views on my channels, just being sitting back a little bit.
Yeah, brother. Until as I've been talking about, we've been talking about for some time now, until we see an actual trend reversal. So let me throw Bitcoin back up here real quick. Give me 1 second. See here. So again, if you guys want to come up to speak, feel free to jump in on that link. Bitcoin. All right, again, right? What is it called? We're bouncing off, right? These lows, right? The bottom of the range here. Again, if you guys are not on the broadcast, I'd highly recommend jumping over to the broadcast so you can see what I'm talking about here. Again, we're bouncing off the bottom of this range here. So again, until we really break down below it and start closing, let me throw up some indicators as well. I do not see any form of reversal. I don't see any bullishness, for Hbar, for our tokens, right? I've been saying this for a long time, right? If you're new and you're just listening, welcome. yeah, stay up to date with what's going on here in the ecosystem. We're going to continue to talk about it. I actually haven't talked publicly about the stochastic RSI. I've just kind of shown it a little bit, so we're going to talk about that too. This is the daily chart, so let me go to the weekly. But yeah, I mean, in terms of engagement, there are still a bunch of people still in the ecosystem, still bullish, still excited. But yeah, I mean, things aren't going to be that exciting until Bitcoin does its thing, and makes a new trend. And as I've been saying, unless we break this, we'll probably see a downside over here, which again, that's about a 40% pullback from the all-time highs of Bitcoin. Right now, we're at about a 30%, which both of these ranges are extremely healthy for Bitcoin. Again, I've been saying that. None of this is new news, new information. Until we breach, I should say, this level right here, the 73K and above. That's where I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what, you guys, we've been saying it, the time has come, for max bullishness, and whatever this next top of the cycle is gonna look like is gonna be in, right? So let me go back to one of the posts that I shared. Let me go find it really quickly. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna share it. I wonder if I could like overlay multiple tabs. So again, if you guys are on the broadcast, you're going to be able to see. I do believe we're near this range right here. I've been saying this for a while now, right? About this first sentiment extreme where optimism reaches moderate extreme, and then bear trap, right? Correction led by overvaluation concerns and premature fears that the cycle has ended, right? A lot of people are having this conversation now. Some people think we're over here. I don't really believe that. I don't see that in the charts at all. But of course, I mean, anyone can believe anything. I don't think we've seen these specifically. And there's a lot of these heat maps going around right now, and Bitcoin hasn't reached this euphoric space yet. Arguably in February, right? Early 2024, we did see some elevated levels, which again, I was here saying, hey, it's quite elevated. We do need a pullback, right? Which again, this 30-40%. This is just like approximate, right? This doesn't have to follow exactly to a T, but we could still be trading in this range for a while to come. But going into that 2025, right, I do believe we're going to see something along this level somewhere around here, right? So it doesn't have to be Q3, Q4 of this year. I think it's going to be Q3, Q4, which again, I've been saying for a while now, well over a year. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of have to watch. We're going to have to see where is, there's another post I wanted to share. Maybe it's in my likes. I shared it in the alpha chat. I shared it in our alpha chat the other day. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it really quick. We will be covering all this alpha as well, by the way. So just buckle in here as well. Don't forget to like and retweet the stream. Like and retweet our space as well if you want to show some support and you appreciate the content that we are bringing to you today.
Only tough people last.
And we love Pluto.
It's a very difficult exam. Many people are failing because they want to copy.
This is also, I don't really show a lot of people's videos, so.
Everyone has a different question paper.
Awesome. All right. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I had to do it Bitcoin. All right. Let's see. There's another heat map I want to show you guys, and I think that one's really solid as well. Also, if you guys didn't know, I am an artist as well. So if you're on the broadcast, this is actually one of the collections I dropped. If you're interested in it, just shoot me a DM. Shout out to Jack. I believe this is the one that he owns. But yeah, I am an artist as well. This was one of the first pieces I created on paper back in 2021. So I mean, this piece right here is like, and I made versions of it, of course, but this art style is like 3 or 4 years old now, so absolutely crazy. But shout out to everyone that owns a Doodle Linu. We did a mint on episode 100 here in our space. If you did not know, if you weren't here during that time, shout out to those of you guys that were here and minted that collection back in the day. I was back in February. Absolutely crazy. All right, let's see. Of course, there's a ton of alpha. I'm just really looking for that post. I think I shared it last night here. Let me change my screen really quick and go to my DMs. It should be in the alpha chat. Again, I'm going to keep it restricted to those of you guys that are eligible to the alpha chat. I'm not going to share it publicly. So again, if you guys are interested in the alpha chat that we run, we have about 70, 80 members in there. pretty active, super active when the tokens are actually popping off. We have bots to track different tokens going on in the ecosystem. So we try to stay up to date with all the latest alpha. Here you go. I shared it last night, yeah, or the night before. All right, I just found it. Should be good to go here. Yep. All right, let me switch back here. So give me 1 second, y'all. Feel free to request to come up. I see a bunch of you guys in the room here on the broadcast side of things. Shout out to all of you. Let me know if you're here. Feel free to comment live in the, oh, what is this? Feel free to, oh, you guys could see a little bit of the alpha chat. I didn't know it popped up here. What is this? You guys got a little sneak peek there. But yeah, feel free to request to come up. There's a link in the broadcast that should be down here on your screen. Feel free to type that in on any internet browser, and you should be able to come up on the backstage. I'll let you guys up if you want to come up and join in on the conversation. Hit that button on the bottom left to join on the spaces side of things. And again, don't forget to like and retweet the space. I don't see Gilmore Estates currently in here. I'll give him a shout out as well, as the room has filled up a bit more here. Our show today is sponsored by Gilmore Estates. I really appreciate their platform. I appreciate what they're doing in the ecosystem. And if you haven't learned about what they're doing, go check them out at Gilmore_Estates. Go check out their token GC as well. They are tokenizing real estate on the Hedera hash graph. So again, massive shout out to them, and their support for our spaces via sponsorship goes a long way to make these shows that much better. So shout out to them as well. All right, I'll let you guys give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you guys read this. This is very much worthwhile read through. So again, make sure to just kind of give this a little read, and then I'm gonna kind of scroll through this. And give me 1 second here. I'm gonna kind of, let me see if I can find. Okay, it looks like some of you guys are commenting in the alpha chat. I'm kind of concerned there that it's popping up there. You know what? I'll let you guys look at this first here. Let me pull up this chart really quick. So as you can see, right, this is the 73K range for Bitcoin. This is that 55 range, right, that I've been talking about. If you can see my screen, just kind of zoom in and look at the mouse here. So again, jump on the broadcast so you can see what I'm talking about here. So this is the power law fractal cloud, right? I've seen charts like this before. This one's more so, and I don't necessarily fully agree with this one either. Obviously, it'd be interesting if it is. And of course, screenshot this, right? So you can just kind of refer to it, see what you think about it, right? But you can see the pullbacks in the fractal cloud regardless, right? Before we have the massive tops, right? So it's saying, I mean, this fractal cloud showing that April next summer, essentially, right? 2025. And then towards the end of 2025 will be the second top, which I've heard that theory too, right? Some people are saying it's going to be a whole nother year, which could totally happen, right? No one knows 1,000% sure what's going to happen, right? Would that suck if it's going to be a whole nother year? Sure, but we're going to be here. We're going to talk about what's going on. And yeah, I mean, this consolidation for Bitcoin is super healthy. Now, if we break down lower, of course, we'll just kind of have to see how long it takes. Like, and I also said this too, right? If Bitcoin breaks down to the 40 level, 40,000 range, and it does that overall 40% pullback, I did say it would probably be next summer, right? Which would line up exactly with this, which again, a lot of people don't want this or don't want to be patient for this, but this could happen. And this is very fascinating, right? I mean, all your tokens, your dexes, whatever, would have some crazy liquidity if depending on which ones stick around, right? And we're talking regulations, elections through this whole time, right? So a lot of shifts could fuel this, right? So again, super fascinating. I'll be quiet here for a little bit. I'll let you guys just kind of look at it, and I'll be right back. I'll let you guys just kind of study the chart a little bit, and then I'll go back to the post here. Let's go to another chart here. Give me 1 second here. All right, here's another one. So this one is animated, and you'll be able to see. So for those of you guys that don't know, especially if you're newer in crypto, right? You might not have heard of the theory called like the 5.3 theory. Honestly, I don't really talk about it a lot in this show. I just don't. A lot of people don't want to hear this theory. And I get it, right? So you can watch this animation. You can see just kind of where we are. Potentially 179, right? 179K, 134K, 98K would be the top potentially for the cycle, depending on how high it goes. But this 5.3 theory essentially is showing that Bitcoin has had diminishing returns every cycle, right? Although it's going up and it's doing its thing, it's not as parabolic as it was when it first started. Could that change? Obviously, the whole entire cycle or the idea of cycles could change, right? Like there's so many elements that is always kind of shifting as every cycle goes on. There's a big theory out there, right? That basically Bitcoin will only return every cycle about 5.3 times, right? Or will only go up, right? Because on average, I don't know if you guys knew this, but basically Bitcoin on like a 3-4 year scale, if you just hold, you're up about 300% on average, literally every 3 or 4 years. And that is directly correlated with that theory. But it doesn't mean Bitcoin has to go up like exponentially anymore as the cycles continue to go on. And so that's what that theory is kind of purporting. Now, of course, like I said, that could change, regulations, whatever, right? Every cycle could be different, or there doesn't have to be cycles, right? Just kind of flows with the stock market now or whatever, right? So check this post out. I thought it was very, very interesting. So this one, right? This post is kind of just talking about how you should be open to a 300,000 Bitcoin in 2025, right? 2025. No, I've been saying, right? Q3, Q4 tops potentially in Bitcoin. But when Bitcoin tops, here's something that a lot of people don't understand either. Like when Bitcoin tops, that doesn't mean Ethereum's tops, doesn't mean Solana tops, doesn't mean your altcoins top, doesn't mean your altcoins, right? Your tokens topped, doesn't mean your NFTs top, right? It's not what any of that means. When people hear that, they're like, oh, okay, well, everything's done, right? That's actually just a start. So you're looking here. Let me pull up the Bitcoin chart again. Those of you guys that don't know, right? So again, if you don't know, let's just say Bitcoin does top. Where are we at? 2025, right? So let's say I think October. I mean, we're talking months, few months away, right? And of course, my theory's wrong. We'll just literally look to next summer, right? April, May, probably around there, which again, that would be more in line with this chart. Let me pull it back up. That would probably be more in line with this fractal cloud, which again could totally happen. Honestly, and once Bitcoin breaks, if it does break this 55 range, I'm literally just going to use this chart. I think this is pretty spot on with what I would think would happen if we break a 40% to a 40% correction. I think a 30% correction could still be a pump in this range. I think that would still be in place. So this would be moved over a few months. So again, it really just depends on what Bitcoin decides to do in the next few months, like literally the next 3 months, the next quarter. So like September, October is probably going to decide what happens this bull run. And of course, we're going to talk about it, right? A lot of people won't give it to you straight or tell you what they think or don't even know. A lot of people don't actually understand how to read any of this stuff, which that's why I'm here, right? That's why I want to be able to share how much all these hours I've spent studying and having all these conversations, right? So you guys understand what the RSI is, relative strength index, the stochastic, right? So every time these cross right here, usually it's pretty significant, right? Especially on the higher time frame. So let me go on the 1 month. This doesn't go back to Bitcoin's history. I need to look at a different pair. But this is relatively accurate, like this is as accurate, more or less as accurate as what's happening currently, right? So again, every time it crosses, something's happening, right? So you can see it cross right here and right here, right? 1, EP.220. These are different months, right? So this is August, this is October, and look what happened. Bottom of the range, this signaled the next rally, right? I can't make this up, right? Cross, look at that. August cross, November cross, right? Like again, can't make this stuff up. That's just what happens. It did have a cross right here in March, which again signaled a top, a local top. Which again, we covered that. We talked about it. We weren't doing these live broadcasts, so I couldn't like show you guys. I just told you what I was watching. But these are the levels I'm watching. Look at this. Where it's near again. I don't know if it's going to cross anytime soon. It really was at March, and then what is this? October. So it was at a 6 month. So it's like an every 6 month thing on the monthly chart. So again, what are we in? March. So what is that? 1 to 3. So yep, exactly what I'm saying, right? 6 months. So 6 months from March is what? September. That's month 9, right? Yeah, September. So basically, you will be here in September at some point, and we'll probably see a cross. And then depending on which one, if it's orange or blue, crosses up or down, that's basically the signal. So I believe the blue, yeah, I'm looking at the chart here. Blue needs to cross, yep, blue needs to cross up above the orange. And then look what happened here. Blue crossed down under the orange, right? So when the blue's over, guess what? It's bullish, right? We see the momentum, we see what's happening. When orange is on top, that's bearish in the current 6 month period, right? I usually look at these as 6 month periods. So as I've been saying, right, I'm not touching HTS tokens, nothing against HTS tokens. I'm not touching new, like more and more HBAR until I see just any token, right? Solana, whatever, right? Until I see an actual trend reversal, which this is what I've been saying, right? Till Bitcoin has a trend reversal here, everything's just going to continue to get wrecked. It's no offense. I don't really care. I don't have really bias. My only bias is to making profits at this point, right? Like I want to make sure other people are up to date with what's going on. I'm here for the tech, right? Everyone can say that, but like I want to make sure people are making money and not making bad trades, right? Because you can be here for the tech too and absolutely lose your ass, right? On money. We don't want that. Right. So again, September, I mean, if we do have a cross up, right, blue goes over the orange here, I'm just going to be incredibly bullish, right? Like I've been saying that since February, March, and even way before that, right? All the way over here, I've been talking about it. But again, we didn't have broadcasts, so I didn't really live stream anything over here. But now you guys can see, right? If we do cross down in September for some reason, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be a year, 6 months to a year, right? Another 6 months to a year next summer. And I'll just keep sharing that, right? I'm seeing that in the charts. And we'll see what Bitcoin does. So yeah, on the monthly, let me zoom into this candle here. On the monthly, I mean, these aren't necessarily good candles, but they're relatively the same type of candles. It's about a hammer, you know, which hammers are usually reversals. This body needs to close. This is a July body. So this body needs to be here or well up here to be a lot more bullish. But again, this RSI, this stochastic RSI is going to speak so much. You know, if you guys don't ever use this, you don't know what's happening or whatever, you know, Bitcoin historically, give me 1 second. Bitcoin historically is over this 50 level right here. If you're looking on the regular RSI, here, give me 1 second. Let me turn off this banner. Let me switch the other one really quick. All right. So on the RSI specifically, this one, Bitcoin historically is in a bull run over 50. You guys didn't know that? You know that now. Over this 50 level, Bitcoin is in a bull run. So nothing's changed. It's literally, and we're on the monthly, okay? These higher time frames, I know a lot of you guys like to be on the hourly or the really small ones. Don't do that when you're studying these indicators. Use the bigger time frames. These ones tell a much bigger story, a stronger story as well. So again, over the 50 level, Bitcoin is historically, and we can look at the weekly too. Historically, Bitcoin is, look at this, Bitcoin's right under the 50 level, which the weekly is pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, obviously we have this, what did I call it? A bounce, right? I mean, we're having a bounce. We're not closing under it, right? We have wicks down here, but we haven't closed, right, on the weekly. So, again, and look at, we have some crosses of the stochastic on the weekly, which we can talk about, right? We'll show what's happening. So I can talk about the weekly too. I think they tell different stories, but when you see, you can see like a higher, what is this? Is this about the same? No, this is a lower low. So unless price action is going up, that would be considered bullish divergence or bearish divergence. So it's very important to kind of study if there's any peaks or valleys over here as well. Just kind of looking. I haven't looked at it in a couple days, so just kind of studying it at face value here. So again, on the monthly, everything looks good, looks super healthy. This is the main chart that I'd advise everyone to be looking at. Again, we don't get crosses on the stochastic until every about 6 months or so. This one actually happened quite fast. That's not very common back last year, but that was also towards the bottom of the market, so that makes sense. Yep, literally this crosser here literally was the bottom of the market. Look at that, December 2022. So yeah, I mean, super fascinating. It's so important to be aware and understand these. And again, September looks to be that next cross. Usually the average, right, is 6 months. So sometimes it breaks out of that and it happens in like 3 months. But again, 6 months is usually the norm, and we'll probably be closing up here somewhere as well. But Bitcoin needs to cool down, right? February, March, we were talking about it. I did publicly say, hey, Bitcoin was extremely overheated. You could see how high it went, right? Up in these ranges. Up here, the last time we were up anywhere above here was the last top, of the market. This is years ago, right? Last time we were anywhere in this range was the last top. So again, we needed to come back down, consolidate in a healthier range, and go from there. So I have not seen anything that makes me bearish on anything. Are your tokens going to get wrecked? They already kind of have, right? So I don't. Obviously, if Bitcoin goes down further, I mean, it's going to be a lot more of a discount, I should say, for a lot of what you might be buying or holding. But again, until I see that reversal, I've been saying this for a while. I'm just going to wait to make my buys. But then if the reversal happens sooner and I miss it, there's a lot of upside that I'll be missing too. But I'm just going to be patient, try my best to study the charts, and keep you guys updated on what is going on as well. Let me pull up Hbar if you guys want to look at the Hbar chart as well. Give me 1 second here. And like I said, once Bitcoin tops, does not mean that all your tokens, your NFTs, whatever, does not mean they all topped. I know that might be new information for some of you, but that's so important for you guys to be aware when people are saying, oh, Bitcoin topped or whatever. When I'm saying it, right? All that means is this. All that means is, what is Hbar at 6.5? Yeah. And also, I'd highly recommend, unless you're like day trading and you're trying to and you have experience doing it, don't try to look for a trade every day, right? Like that's so tough to do. You're gonna lose so much money doing that. I'm speaking from experience, right? Every time I try to day trade and jump into something, you can get lucky, right? I mean, some people will get lucky and so on, but it's so tough. Like I'm just gonna be super honest about that. Have I gotten lucky before? Sure. I've made a decent bags, on different plays, but most people, I mean, this market, this market's not designed to make you money. This market is designed to move liquidity from the from the weak hands from the impatient hands to the patient hands, right? That's just how it's designed. That's the rule of the game, right? That's the name of the game. That's just kind of what's happening right now. Hbar looks super bullish to me. I mean, I don't see anything negative here. RSI's at literally oversold territory. It has been for some time, right? I mean, when was the last time Hbar's been down here, right? Like literally the bottoms of the market. Look at that. These are literally all bottoms of the market. Like when it was at like 3-4 cents, like in terms of buying, unless Bitcoin does drop further, there are no better times to be buying whatever token. And I can go look at other RSIs, right? Chances are your other tokens are this low, if not lower. Same thing. So basically, whenever you want to make a purchase of whatever token, make sure it's down here or below this 50 level, right? Make sure it's down here and hopefully in an uptrend, right? You do not want to be buying up here. I know everyone wants to buy up here, right? Psychologically, you're like, oh, okay, well, we just did 75% on the day. Well, I got to jump in, right? Because it's going to go over here. Wrong. You got to wait. You got to be super patient. Guess what? Everyone wants to sell right here because they want the bleeding to stop, right? They hate the red. They hate seeing all the red on their portfolio, right? But guess what? you got to do the opposite of what everyone's doing, right? Not telling you how to trade, not telling you how to do really anything, but the way that people make a ton of money in this cycle, in this market, is by doing the opposite psychologically, right? If you trade on your emotions, you make decisions only on your emotions, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get absolutely wrecked on your trading and life. I mean, that goes for life too, right? Stochastic RSI, right? So here's the daily. Let me switch to the monthly here. All right, so like I said, I gotta switch to another pair, but you can kind of just see, right? Let's see here. So Hbar, what is it at? It's right under that 50, right? So again, if Bitcoin does a pivot and it does go to the next level, then Hbar is basically primed. Hbar is in a healthy level, right? These are all higher highs, higher lows for the RSI range, which is super healthy, super normal. It's in a good spot for this next leg up, whatever that looks like. And then right here, right, we had the blue. Like I said, blue above is bullish, blue under is bearish. In the 6 month period. So look at that. Hbar was super bullish and it rallied right from December. Like it just shows it, right? I'm not making this up. Like it shows what is happening, right? February to March. And then it did cross down in April, May, right? And then now we're on a downtrend. So again, it's really gonna be, so come September again, we have a cross up. It's gonna be rockets, right? We're gonna talk about it here, and then let me go to Saucer Swap. If there's other dexes you want me to showcase as well, I'm happy to do so. Comment them in the live stream. Let me know what you guys would like me to showcase. Any liquidity pools, any of that kind of stuff. Let me showcase the liquidity here as well. Second. Still loading. All right. What are we at? TVL 57. Wow. Okay, I did not know. I'm curious. Last I checked, it was like 65, 70 million. So seeing 55, that is unfortunate. I don't know how the whole, we haven't talked about it too much here as of recent, the last like week or two. But the DeFi summer, DeFi spring or something with the Hbar Foundation, I don't know just kind of what's going to come of that, or what that's going to look like moving forward. So if you guys have heard anything about that, do let me know. But these liquidity pools are so important to be able to be aware of. I didn't realize that these are the main ones, right? I've been looking at them. So 1.3 million, and then a few of them are above 5 million. And then you guys can see all the details here, right? So if you're getting into DeFi, go check this out. Go look into it, right? We have other dexes as well, so make sure to go check them out. I can pull some of them up here. We had ETA swap, ETA swap coming up yesterday as well. Shout out to them. They were covering H Suite as well, Pangolin, and Heli swap as well. So again, go check it out. Our peak in March, right? 155 million in USD locked, which I think it was like over a billion Hbars locked or something. It was like something crazy. So let's do the volume here on the 1 year. But again, this is basically when we had that cross, right? March, April in this range was when we had the cross on Hbar. We're currently in that trend, right? Let me go pull it back up. Right. This little trend line right here is basically what you want to use, right? Like I'm trying to give you guys the gems for the next cycle, right? Like I want you guys to be set up for the future. You guys know you don't be emotional, right? Like this is the time where you're like, hey, you know what? Maybe I am gonna take some profits and just be patient and wait, right? Which no one wants to do, right? Like if you're seriously trying to day trade and like go out of your way to like revenge trade and find everything, like you're probably gonna be burned, right? That's why 90+% of people, 95% or more, absolutely lose money. Like if you're making anything in this space, you're one of like the few percent of people that are actually making money. So like shout out to you if you're actually making money in this space, right? Like very few people are actually doing that. And like a lot of people won't talk about that. A lot of people won't admit that they're losing money, but it's true, right? You only see people posting on their timeline when they make a 3x or 5x, or but how many times did they lose, before that happens, right? So again, you just stay super level headed, be aware of where the market's heading, what's going on. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm always going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you guys what's up. I'm going to be as neutral and unbiased about everything, right? Because that's how you cover the best content, right? That's how you cover as much as possible, and give everyone a fair shot, right? That's just what we got to do here in this space. So again, so I see the cross up with the blue and the orange, which I've been saying for a while now. I'm not really going to see much change here yet. Obviously, we could see more marketing. We could do all that, right? Which arguably these trends can shift, right? I want to see way more than 155 million TVL locked, right? Like everyone wants to see, we want to see a billion plus. You know, we want to be up there with the top dogs, with the top chains. You know, I think we broke into like the top, I don't know, top 15, top 20 when Saucer Swap and H3 and everyone was at all time highs in this range, right back in March. Hbar, you know, when the foundation posts, what regardless of how you feel about whatever, you know, when Hbar was at 20 cents, not that long ago, right? Hbar went to like top 19 or top 18, right? It was like right under Polygon. Like that's insane, right? Like that's what would it take, right? More marketing, maybe some new people in certain positions, whatever that would look like, right? I'm not hyper fixated on that. I'm gonna be more fixated on just marketing the ecosystem, right? I think a lot of things will come to light as we continue to speak up and have more of a vocal dialogue. Obviously, I believe there's a way to go about it, but if I'm wrong, then let me know. You know, let me know if there's a better way to go about all this. I'm just trying my best to bring as many people, you know, to the ecosystem, and I do believe being a little bit more positive about how we approach things can be a lot bigger, a lot better for onboarding people to the ecosystem. That's just my personal take. Of course, you're more than welcome to disagree with that. All right. Well, here is the Bitcoin post, as I said before. Let me right, so I accidentally clicked on premium, and you guys probably saw the alpha chat, so that was not supposed to happen. Give me 1 second here. All right, so if you guys are on the broadcast, if you click on my link tree, those are the links that you'll be able to see me. Can you guys see them? Yeah. So daily streams, this link actually takes you to the YouTube channel. So go subscribe over there if you haven't already. We do host live over there. Let me show you guys. Let me refresh the screen really quick. And then I am starting to schedule them ahead of time, so you guys are going to be able to see. But today is Workhorse Wednesday, so this stream is live on YouTube as well. Jump over here. This link is that bit.ly link, so you will be able to jump up on the broadcast to speak, and then shoot me a DM. And this one links you to the NFTs that you would need to join our alpha chat as well. So shoot me a DM if you are interested in joining us there as well. All right, you guys. Let me go to my likes so we can cover some of the alpha in the ecosystem as well. Don't forget to like and retweet the show. If you want to show some support, if you're finding any value out of our show here today, it is the best way to show us some love and support. I see a bunch of you guys in here. Let's give away another 1,000 Karate Combat. I'll do 2 separate giveaways. So 2,000 Karate Combat tokens. One, if you guys like and retweet, so 2 separate entries, like and retweet the space, and then like and retweet the broadcast link as well, and you'll be entered. I'll run a Twitter picker after the show as well. All right, yesterday we did not talk about one of the biggest announcements. I think it happened right before the show, but I probably missed it. Let me find it really quick. So what is this one? I'm just reading it right here. This isn't a new. What did I read new? Just the Fortune 500. Yeah. Now, shout out to Level Up Trading. I think he has some pretty solid content in the ecosystem. If you're here, brother, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Always staying up to date with the latest news. Shout out to Hbar Foundation. You guys can check out Atma.io and what they're doing here with Avery Dennison. Shout out to Grolf. Officially live for trading on CoinStore. Is very monumental news for our tokens here in the ecosystem as well. Go show them some love and support. Brandon, appreciate you. Hbar 1000. Galaxy. I do like Galaxy for what it's worth. I have used their app before. I haven't used it in a bit though, largely because they don't have live streaming or spaces. Right back in the day when we first started the spaces here back in September, they didn't have any, so I didn't put my time there. And it's so tough, you know, to compete with X if you don't have like integrations or anything like that, right? So I commented on this. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to deal with going back and forth between the pages, but I just said when live streaming, I keep saying that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having live streaming integrations whenever they do add it. But I'm excited to see what Galaxy does. But again, it's super tough to compete with this platform, with X. So a lot to figure out, in my opinion, as well. All right. I don't know which post is this. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Dello. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. So, Deloitte, yeah, or Deloitte. I guess you could just say Deloitte, right? If you guys didn't know, right, go shoot them a follow as well. But I saw some posts saying, "How are you in Web3?" Not to me, just in general. If you don't know what Deloitte is, so go check out Deloitte. Looks like they are working with Hedera. They're building on Hedera. So, yeah, I mean, that was like one of the biggest news that happened yesterday. We didn't cover in our show today. 2%, shout out to you, brother. You came up to speak in the beginning of the show. Friendly reminder, these shows are recorded, so if you missed any of the alpha so far, feel free to go back and listen in. And shout out to everyone listening on the recording after the show has concluded as well. Shout out to all of you guys. 2% announced that there will be an event at Consensus July meetup with Bank Social as well. So feel free to register via the link in this post as well. Go shoot him a follow as well at La Rose Digital. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you coming up here today. CC, appreciate you. She's commenting on our space promo as well. Again, shout out to Grolf. I always love these videos. They're so funny. Let's see. If you guys can hear it, it's not showing it for me. We recovered that one. A bunch of Grolf stuff. Sauce will be listed on Gate, right? So we're just getting, again, to be in the conversation, as I've been saying before, Hedera, tokens, NFTs, you name it, right? The biggest thing moving forward that needs to shift is we need to be in the conversation. You can see Gate.io, right, starting to list more tokens, Sauce, and Pack as well, right? Like these are just big shifts for our ecosystem. We need to see this, right? These are all bullish indicators for our ecosystem. All right, so let's see here. Looks like DLT Science Foundation will be hosting a seminar. Super bullish on that and what they're working on, and they're funding projects as well. Go check this post out from the main Hedera account. Why is this one on my feed? I'm not sure why this one's on my feed, so I'm just going to skip it. Right. The Hashgraph Association, again, another one, right, with Deloitte, has introduced an ESI platform, which again, like all these is what puts us in the conversation, right? RWAs, real world assets, right? All these kinds of things, this is so incredibly important for our ecosystem, regardless of what you're degenning or what the price action is day to day, right? Like these types of announcements, and sure, people are going to be like, oh, well, Google came on the governing council and the price went up or whatever. Like, why isn't price going up when certain things, like, that's not what it, like, if you're missing, what is it? You're missing the trees for the forest, or the forest for the trees. I don't remember that analogy, but like if you're just missing the bigger picture, like real. Let me go to CoinMarketCap really quick, so you guys can really get a sense of my thesis for Web3 for all of this, right? Bitcoin sitting at a 1.13 trillion market cap, like it's just not that much, right? Like it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. That's a big market cap, right? But like for what cryptocurrency is and what it's going to become, like that's not a lot for the top asset, right? 372 million, 112 million, or actually, no, that's billion, isn't it? Yeah, it's billion. Sorry. 372 billion, 112. Yeah, billion. Yeah, these are billion. For some reason, I just don't look at a lot of billion numbers. Solana, right? I mean, you could just see, right, top 10, 13 billion, right? Like these are relatively low in relation to Bitcoin, right, as well. If and when real use cases, real enterprises actually start purchasing, right? Like that's one of the biggest gripes right now with the governing council out there, right? Like a lot of people kind of miss just kind of how it's operating, what makes a lot of sense, right, for our ecosystem. But when you really take a step back and understand, like, hey, like a lot of the money hasn't flowed into even the top 10, that's when it's like, oh, okay, like there is still some time. There is still a lot of money, that still needs to be decided upon, right? This 2.35 billion H bar for the market cap is an absolute joke, right? Like, and I could probably say that for a lot of these tokens, right? A lot of these tokens have no business being at some of these levels, right? But one of the biggest things I would shift outside of utility, right? Because let's be honest, utility isn't the only thing that drives these markets. It's speculation, it's hype, it's marketing, use cases, user experiences, right? Like all those things, we can do something about that, right? If we get funding or if we get support in any capacity, vocally or just platform wise, from the higher ups, whatever that looks like, sure. I mean, these numbers, regardless of what TPS is happening, right? Regardless if it's mainly from Atma, like no one really cares that much unless you're just like wanting to talk about the tech and nitpick. Like a lot of these other tokens don't even have TPS, so they're pretty much ghost chains. But all that's happening is like just completely different marketing in completely different ways, right? Like, so again, just staying level headed, understanding where the market is at, how high these market caps are, right? Understanding how many tokens are out, right? Like right now we're at 71, 72% of HBAR, right? Like the higher that goes, the sooner the better. That means our network can head to that 100-year vision of decentralization a lot faster. And guess what? We're not the only one, right? There's other tokens that have yet to go, more to come. I can just show you guys, right? Like all these tokens in the top 50, you can see where they're at. Look at that VeChain. I didn't even know VeChain was that high. Look, Sui. Look at this one. This one, marketing has been absolutely insane. Almost everyone knows about this one, heard about it. 25% out, 75% is yet to be dumped, right? Like just completely, or not just dumped, right? But you know what I mean? Like more and more needs to go out into the market, right? Algorand, we're around those levels. I didn't know Algorand dropped to 64. That's wild. Yeah, 82%, right? And by the end of this year, I think we're going to be closer to 90, which to me, a lot of people don't like that, and they become bearish because more tokens get out. I'm incredibly bullish for HBAR getting near that 100 range. That's so crucial for our ecosystem to get closer to that. And guess what? All the people that are complaining about tokens getting dumped or whatever, right? Like, well, once we get to the 100%, that won't even be a question, right? That won't even be a conversation to be had anymore. Once we get to that point as well, which essentially after this year, I mean, 5-10% left of the actual total supply is going to be what's left in HBAR, that anyone, that governing council, foundation, whoever, will even have any access to or control, depending on how much is actually allocated as well. All right, you guys, well, we're going to wind down the space here. I appreciate everyone that tuned in here today. And I will catch you all tomorrow for our Thursday HBAR Daily Show. I hope you guys appreciated the alpha that was covered here today. If you found any value out of our show here today, don't forget to like and retweet the show. And with that, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Much love, you guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. What's up, you guys? You can probably hear me. If you can't, then I guess my mic's not working. I don't know why it shows token ID this. This isn't the token ID. It's the one that I just typed in over here. So yeah, should probably still load. Oh, it was up here. Yeah, 490. There you go. 490-2563. If you guys didn't know, I am the artist. A lot of you guys don't. I don't really talk too much about my art. I'm just hanging out. I don't really have a ton left to do the remaining of the day. This is serial 1 of the collection. You guys probably saw it as my PFP. Let me lower the music a little bit. Just hanging out with you guys. This isn't part of the show, but since a bunch of you guys are still tuning in, I'm just gonna show off the art. I am planning. So as I said, the RSI hasn't crossed or anything like that, and I probably won't prematurely launch a project until until the market actually cares about NFTs again, right? And I don't really want to launch a token right now. It's not something I really want to be doing, and most projects honestly haven't done it, and there's a reason for that. I think it's the projects that have launched a token, but I want to be able to focus on the art. We did inscribe. Let me pull it back up really quick. The first 10K inscribed on Hbar. You guys can go check it out. Let me see what the link tree shows. I'll actually show you guys here. 1 second here. Yeah. Notes fully inscribed onto the Cosmograph, 100% back in March. This is the inscription range. So we did get the first 10K collection, and 10,000 of the first, basically 20,000 serial numbers of inscriptions are Cosmo nodes. Fun fact. And then I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 of the first 10,000 inscriptions are actually all Cosmo nodes. Let me show you guys. I actually haven't shown this in a live stream before. Look at this. Now, of course, the first is there a way to just scroll all the way to the front? Yeah, hold on. Is there a way? Hold on. Explorer. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, look at that. 6,000. Oh, you guys can't even see my screen. Let me go back to this screen here really quick. Watch. If you don't believe me, look at this. Let's just click this a bunch of times. Let's see how fast the site loads. So, Saucy Girl, you just asked, can you buy these? So, again, later in this year, hopefully, once I see a trend reversal, I want to be able to basically have an NFT collection. Those of you guys that are in our alpha chat already, you're going to be able to trade those in for these, but not 100%. All those would be tradable, but since this is a 10K collection, I want this to be an actual flagship staple on Hbar. I'm still trying to show you guys so you can see all the inscriptions as well. But yeah, I want to just kind of showcase my art. I want to build a community, right? I want it to be super cheap, right? As well. I want pretty much anyone that wants one to be able to get one. I'm still ironing out how I want to do the whitelist and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you will be able to buy them hopefully later this year, if not going into next year at some point. I want to be able to just kind of have a strong impact on the market, over here in Hbar. All right, so we just passed the 1,000 inscription range. So fun fact, for those of you guys that weren't there back in March when Nationals came out, you didn't know the first 5 or 6 hours, it was Cantor's platform that was mainly the one that was working. You guys can see this. Look at this. Is historical. Let me open in a new tab so it doesn't exit out. So I already had a hard time opening this. So Nationals inscription party. If you guys know Patricia from Centex, she took a screenshot of everyone that was there. That was a speaker that day. So I happened to be up on the panel talking about asking questions. This was in, I don't know if there's a date anywhere, but this was March 7th, I think it was. This was back in March. But that's a National. If you guys didn't know, she inscribed 100 of them. Okay, watch. They should all be popping up. You can see them all right here, right? You can see they have their own inscription number. But it took me 5 or 6 hours, unfortunately, to actually inscribe my first National. The platform would not work for me at all. So you can see all these inscriptions that were way before mine. before the first one that I was able to put up. So I'm trying to remember the exact. What is the inscription range again? 1571. Yeah. So I wasn't even able to get in until closer to like 1500. So I'm just going to skip a bunch of these really quick. So basically the first like 1,000 of them were taken by Patches and Cantor, their projects. So the Alien Punks and the, the Defiance. You guys probably are familiar with the Defiance with Cantor. So 1571, let me scroll over here really quick. Yeah, here we go. Oh, trying to do that. Let's see. So funny enough, once I was able to get it, I did inscribe one. So they're super tiny, right? So Hashpack, Centex, everyone has to kind of like figure out how to scale these because they're extremely small files. So as you guys can see, 49. Oh wait, where's the other one? So I did inscribe one ahead, but I didn't know how to do it correctly. So I did inscribe one incorrectly like before this somewhere, but that's not on the main token ID. This is the first one. So 1571 was our first hashnal. Let me see if I zoom in. You guys can see it, right? So if you guys didn't know, it's 50 pixels by 50 pixels. It's so tiny. But of course, when you guys zoom in, let's see, where is it at? 1574. Yeah, look at that. You can see it. So as we were just on Centex, shout out to Centex as well. They were on top of it pretty fast. This is 50 pixels by 50 pixels. They updated it. Unfortunately, I have spoken with Hashpack. They said that they don't think that they're going to be able to update it. So it is blurry in your wallet just due to the file size. But on Centex, if you just pull up your wallet, you will be able to see them all super clean. So this is 1571, 1573, I think it is. Let me pull it up really quick. Yeah, 1571, 1573. This one, oh, you guys can't see my screen. So this is mine. So I'm going to keep serial 1. This is serial 2. You can see serial 2 right here. This one is actually going to Raptors. Shout out to Raptors. And he's going to be the one with the blue Raptor. He's one of my biggest supporters. I'm pretty sure he still owns the most of my current collection. So I want to reward all the people that have shown me a bunch of support, of course, right? So he's definitely getting number 2. Inscription 1573. Now, as I said before, we inscribed about 2,000 of these NFTs sub 10K. So we have about 20, I think it's like 21% of the first 10,000 NFTs as inscriptions. And then under 20,000, we inscribed all the rest. So as I said, about 50% of the first 20,000 are all hashnals. So once Centex, so let me go back to Centex really quick. So once Centex actually loads, let me just go to the home page really quick. So under Marketplace, if they have like a separate hashnals tab and you guys sort it by order, 50% of the first 20K will be our entire collection. I did my best to be there as early as possible. Have the art there. It took me about 5 days. If I can find, let me see. Let me just go back to Cosmonauts. It took me about 5 days, not straight, obviously. I took some breaks, but it took me about 5 days to inscribe all these. So let's just to prove to you guys if you didn't know that already. Let's see. Network history. It doesn't show the date, does it? Does this link maybe show the date? Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay, so let's go to Hashscan here. Here's the one I just clicked on. Let's see, date March 9th, right? So I told you what, it took 5 days. So let me go to serial descending. Let's go to serial 10,000. So there was, here, hold on, let me just go to 10,000 so you guys can see. I should go to the last one here, 9,999. Look at that. March 15th was the last. So it took me 6 days. 6 days to inscribe all these back to back. And in 6 days, in about a week, we got up to about 20,000 hashtags. Now, of course, mine upped that by a lot, but then now we're currently at 100,000, 128,000, right? So we haven't seen a ton of inscriptions lately. I haven't seen a lot of people jumping on them, but I believe, yeah, like this is what it's going to look like in your wallet. It's like kind of blurry because it hasn't been formatted for platform, right? Each platform is going to have to format them depending on the file size, but this is how it's supposed to look when properly formatted. So shout out to Patches. For the dashboard, this is the indexer. I know there's a few others, but this is the one that I always look at. All right, what was I trying to show you guys? Let's see. Yeah, March 9th, March 15th. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. I don't know why this is being said. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, maybe it's just because it's trying to load 10,000 NFTs. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, let me just do by ascending so you guys can see the first ones over here. What was I going to show you? Oh, this. Yeah. So, like I said, once you actually see the Hashional section, that's when I believe things will change. People are actually going to care more about it. And then also, right, if I click on this one, right, Serial 1, there's nowhere in here where you can actually see the inscription number anywhere, right? You actually have to go to the hashionals.com website. Probably can't see the link up here, but hashionals.com. And you just go to the dashboard, and then you're going to be able to see that. You can't see this on any marketplace right now. So once people actually see that, people are going to be like, oh, okay, then now you can see it, right? So let me jump back to Syntax here. And then this little icon, right? This little black circle thing, these little ones, right? That means it's a Hashional. So there's no dynamic. I don't have the keys to any of these. So all these are immutable. They will remain unchanged. They're going to continue that way. They are our only. I want to build a community around these, and here, if you guys didn't know, this is my current collection. That's how I launched it back in May of last year. They're astronauts as well. And these are specifically for the loading. These are specifically for our alpha chat as well. So if you're interested in that, all you need is 3 of these. I'm the artist for all these as well. I've been an artist in this ecosystem for some time. I don't talk about it too much, but yeah, these are astronauts, right? The helmet, the chest, and the formatting. These are really high quality. So the formatting, again, it's not blurry. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can I? Oh, can't do. Is there a way to? Trying to open it like a bigger, see if magnify it maybe, but it probably won't load on the screen. Yeah, you guys, I don't think you can see the screen, but yeah, when you magnify it, it's like very high definition. It's like, I think it's like 2,500 pixels by 2,500. It's like a neon sign. Like if you guys are familiar with the neon sign, basically this, right? So I definitely want to do something with these over time, but again, as I said before, these are all going to be able to be traded in for Cosmonodes, and you can see the floor. I don't really want to talk about pricing or any of that kind of stuff right now, but I mean, it doesn't take that much to sweep any of this, and I've been sweeping them here and there myself. The floor is not that thick. It's pretty thin to pretty fast. So again, each one of these will be traded in, and how many are even listed? 77. So yeah, I mean, not that many of these are even on the market, and there's currently like about 900 of these, I believe, in people's wallets currently from last year in May. So very few are actually listed on the market as well. So go check them out. Let me know if you are interested in joining our alpha chat. What you need is 3 of these to join us, and of course you can pick up more. These basic ones you can kind of tell, but if you have questions, let me know. But the basic ones will be good for at least 1-to-1 trade-in for the Cosmonodes NFTs, right? I want you guys to be able to have, let me jump back to Cosmonodes here. I want you guys to be able to have a good selection, you know. So we're gonna have a process to let you guys trade them in and get an early piece, you know. You guys should be able to hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I accidentally disconnected actually left the studio here for the live stream. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I'll continue the stream here. But again, you guys should be able to trade in at least one. If you pick up, I had a deal going on. If you had 9, if you own 9 of the RX Mortals NFTs, I haven't shared a lot of the alpha just yet. But if you are interested again, perfect. Thank you, Saucy Girl. Yeah, if you guys are interested again in the first 10K collection inscribed on Hedera, was it the first 10K on Hedera? No, but it is the first inscription as a 10K collection on Hedera. So again, if you guys are interested, and obviously if you like the art, I mean, I worked really hard on the art as well. If you guys didn't know, I am the artist. We're going to continue to showcase these as the show. And my current PFP, you can see the little astronaut, right? You guys saw the little astronaut logos this whole time, right? Let me share this tab. So this icon, right? This is the helmet of the. This is something separate. It's just like a little teaser or something. But if you guys are familiar with like node monkeys, right? The little jetpack, right? The iconic aspect. Like if we were ever like a sticker, right, in Karate Combat. Let me load this really quick, right? Like these little outlines of astronauts. Same thing over here, right? If we have the helmet over here, maybe this, right? Like these would be perfect stickers on the mat. You guys can have stickers, right? Like there's so much potential with the branding over time, right? I haven't even really talked about any of these, you know, Cosmonauts first 10K subscription range. Also, we're probably going to do some free minting, some airdrops, that kind of stuff. So make sure you're associated. If you're not associated for some reason, here's the token ID, 490-2563. Go associate it for a chance at a free mint potentially as well. And I was posting little updates too as they were getting inscribed. I had this little progress bar loading. So this is when, like I said, March 15th. There you go. It's all here. Don't forget to like and retweet this post as well. This is the main one on the Cosmonauts account. And you can see everyone that's commenting their wallet IDs, letting me know that they're here paying attention, right? So again, make sure to jump in and be here early as well. Right. Let's see. Yeah, same basically what I was talking about earlier, right? Individual has no inscription numbers are live in Hashback. Oh, you know what? They are live. They're live in Hashback though. They're not. I'm not going to pull up my Hashback currently, but yeah, they're live in Hashback. They're not live on the marketplaces yet. All 10,000 serials are sub 19K. Are only 10,000 collection fully inscribed on Hbar. And yeah, soon. I mean, I've been talking with the marketplaces. They will be loading it soon. I don't have a date for you guys. And of course, you're not bullish enough, Hedera. But yeah, I would love to get us in the mat at some point. Because I think that's with Only LARPing. We had interviewed him not too long ago. I think about within the last 2 months or so. But yeah, definitely go check out what we are cooking up here in Hedera. I posted this. When did I post this one? May. Yeah, back in May. I haven't been posting from the main account on the Cosmonauts just yet. We're not starting our official marketing just yet. But again, if you want to get in early, make sure you pick up these NFTs. That will be the only way to be actually early. And then also I want to be able to, you know, reward the current projects and founders. You know, I want to be able to get them on the whitelist. So if you own certain NFTs from certain collections, we'll do that kind of stuff too. You know, we want to show support, but this will be the only way to guarantee any of the actual Cosmonauts pieces moving forward. Because I do believe the mint would most likely sell out pretty fast once people actually care about NFTs. Again, you know, I'm a founder here, I'm an artist here, I'm not going anywhere. I've been here for 3-4 years. You know, I'm going to continue to create and offer some really unique opportunities for you all. And then of course, if you guys were paying attention earlier, I was looking through all the traits over here as well. So sprites, these are basically the little things on their head, right? The animals or whatever's above their head. Those are the rarest traits outside of the rarest helmets. And then some of the things that are in their hands, like these green candles, the Hbar coin, right? Fire, right? That kind of stuff. The coffee, the lemon, right? Or lemon. Those are all the rarest things. So if you have one, let me just scroll down really quick. So if you have one like this, right? That's like pretty basic. That's probably not super rare, right? It's in the top 11%. So most of them are probably going to be in this range, but you might get one with like a blue chip, right? That kind of stuff. That's more rare. This is the alien head, right? Like for sausage swap. That's sausage swap, right? The boba drink. You can see, right? This one has a assault rifle, right? This one has a gun. But you can kind of just see, right? This has a milkshake. So anything with basically with anything, an item, those are the items. Those are more rare. Anything with a sprite at the top, those are automatically more rare, right? You can see the rarity right here. This is the ice cream cone. I think Saucy Girl, you said you liked the ice cream. Great. That's actually one of my favorite traits personally. These are the green candles, right? Coffee. These are dinosaurs. The dinosaur sprite was the last trait that I made. And it's honestly one of my favorite, probably like top 3 of all the traits. And again, all of the sprites above the helmets are the rarest traits in the whole collection. And then the rarest like actual traits, like the helmets, the chest, all that, all those are pretty similar in rarity. Some of them are a little bit more, but I wanted to focus on like very specific traits. So again, the sprites above the items, right? If they're holding a weapon or they're holding something iconic for Hbar, right? Green candles, lemons, you name it, right? There's other stuff too, like wine. And then this is a Bitcoin, right? Some people hate Bitcoin, but it is what it is, right? The little lab testing, the test tube, right? But these sprites, right? Oh, that's what I was gonna say, the helmets. So there's all the helmets are about the same rarity apart from the dragon helmets. And you guys didn't know 2024 is the year of the dragon. So these NFTs are immutable. They're on chain, right? Here on Hbar. So they're going to be here forever, essentially. So let me click on one of the dragon helmets. So DR is dragon green, right? Green dragon. So this is the green dragon helmet, right? All the dragons are the rarest traits in the whole collection in terms of the helmets. So red dragon, same thing. I'm trying to remember which one is rarer. I think the red, dragon red node. I think the red one's a little bit more rare, and then there's blue dragon too. So red, blue, green dragons. There's not that many of them. I think there's like 2 dozen or 3 dozen across all 3 in total of the whole collection. So very, very rare. I think there's like, I don't know, 50 to 100 of them in the entire collection if you combine all of them. So yeah, very, very rare. For the dragon, you're the dragon. You guys know how it goes. All right, what was the other? Oh yeah, and then like I said, the sprites. So we have a bunch of them, right? Like saucer swap. Again, shout out saucer swap. I wanted to do some little thing. The little UFO, right? For the aliens. If you guys didn't see it earlier, you're gonna be able to see it now, right? The little UFO. That's one of my favorite traits as well, right? I think the UFO is dope. Obviously, I'm biased. I think the UFO is great. Definitely one of my favorite traits. I want to show you guys a little alien head too. I gotta go find it. Let me see. What are the other traits I wanted to show you guys? So the rarest, just so you guys know, the rarest trait I believe in the whole collection is actually the dog, the Doge sprite. So if you guys didn't see it earlier, I'll actually pull up this one. And this one's actually probably the rarest, right? 14, yeah. It has a red dragon. This dog, right? And all the animals, by the way, they have a little astronaut helmet on them, right? Because they're in space. They can't breathe, right? If you can't breathe in space, they're not breathing. So yeah, that was my little touch. And then the turtles, I let Turtle Moon know, right? Shout out to Turtle Moon and the Hashnos, right? The little turtle. They have helmets. They have astronaut helmets as well. So yeah, super fun. I had a ton of fun creating this collection. Same thing with the coffee. Absolutely love the coffee. as well. And I think these are absolutely great PFPs. You can see my PFP currently. If you didn't realize, this is the actual astronaut collection, Cosmonauts. All right, so here's another fun little what do you want to call it, like an Easter egg or something. Also, sometimes Centex doesn't load it properly. I don't know what this is all about, but none of these are part of this filter. I don't know why any of these. And then sometimes it shows duplicates, which I went and verified on the collection. There are no duplicates. So it's just sometimes Centex doesn't load properly on here. Shout out to Centex though, regardless. Here's the alien head, right? If you guys haven't seen the alien head, this is like top 5 of my favorite traits. Also, shout out to Saucer Swap for this one as well. This is actually killing the alien. So he's taking an alien as an astronaut somewhere in space. That's the little Easter egg. So this is also one of my favorite traits. So again, basic. Oh my gosh, one night back in like March, I think it was like right before this came out, maybe February. Me, Patches, a few other people were just up late night and experimenting right before the protocol came out. And actually, let me just show you guys. Hold on, let me pull up Centex. A lot of you guys might not know this. Here's some secret alpha for you all, since a bunch of you guys are still tuned in here. Give me a second here. All right, what is it called? Hazer Eyes. Hejan Hour. Here you go. Awesome. All right. Yeah, there's not really any cheap ones on the market. So I'm the artist of these. A lot of you guys have no idea because I never talk about them. Patches actually, these are not inscription. When did they come in here? Let's look it up. I don't remember when they came out, but so you guys can verify my story. Yeah, 5 months ago. So like a month. Let me show you guys. Yeah, January 31st. Yeah, so about a month and a half before Nationals came out. So, oh, my screen stopped sharing. Just when things were getting good, huh? Let's see. All right, you guys should be able to see my screen now. All right, and guess what? This is animated. So again, Patches actually, he didn't inscribe these. He made them. There you go. He made these. So basically, it was like what was the space called? The space was called Hejan, right? Like Degen hour. So you can see in the name of the token, Hejan hour. So Hamonade is for lemonade, right? All this sounds stupid. Okay, so don't take any of this seriously. Hazer Highs, so laser eyes, right? Meme coins for life, right? Heme Hoins, Horror High. So we were just saying a bunch of H's in front of everything, right? We were just messing around. It was super fun. So we really wanted to just kind of test out the early hash notes. So these are not hash notes, but he was just testing out the site and he wanted to inscribe something. So I created these little pixel Hamonade Hazer Highs, right? These little pixel pigs. They're a little pig if you couldn't tell. And they're shooting out, instead of laser eyes, they're shooting out lemonade, Hamonade, right? Hazer Highs instead of laser, because Lehman, right? Lemonade, Lehman, all that kind of stuff, right? So it is animated. I know how to animate pixel art. So it'd be dope to animate some of my astronauts as well, jumping around, shooting stuff, throwing stuff, whatever, right? I could totally turn it into a game, right? Like there's so much that could be done with the brand over time, not to mention all the amazing creators in the space, that could already do something with it if they want to do it. So I just had fun. I animated this pixel pig shooting lemonade Hazer Highs, right? So yeah, this was super fun that night. We were just messing around. So there were, how many were there? I don't remember how many he made. I think he made 30. Yep, 30. So there's 30 of them, 29 wallets. Someone must have picked one up off secondary at some point. One person, I won't name the name, and I kept track of everyone that had one. And I basically told everyone, well, I guess you guys can see the person's wallet, but no one really ever sold them. Everyone just held on to them. A bunch of people were there, so 30 of you got them. I mean, obviously you could pick one up if you really want to, but no one is. Also, the royalties don't go to me. Patches just sent them to the royalty. None of this is supposed to be serious, right? We were just having fun. So if you do own one of these, though, you are going to get a free mint. And the free mint is going to be, let me pull it up really quick. So those of you guys that own them, I've already let you guys know, you are going to get one with one of these pigs, right, up on the helmet. So I'm going to set some of them aside just for those of you guys that own these Hbar Hamanate Hazer hides. And these are for free, right? We just gave these out. I didn't charge anyone anything for this. We're just having fun. So if you own one of these and you want a free mint Cosmonauts, and obviously you can keep this too. But yeah, I'm going to be able to have you guys trade it if you want to trade this for one of the pigs, one of the official ones. That's where it came from. If you guys didn't know the Hazer notes, there's a story behind it. It is something that was really awesome, and I'd love to animate these one day shooting, you know, but the official ones are not animated. And then of course you can see the little laser eyes charging up, you know, the lemonade. And then there's also green ones. I did create green ones as well. Let me find it. GR, right, for green Hazer nodes. So they're called Hazers, not pigs. So yeah, you can see a green one as well. I was gonna create like a whole sub collection of different colored pigs with different like designs and stuff. So I still could, but obviously this is my main thing for right now. You know, we're gonna continue having us. So look at green Hazer nodes, and they're all like sub 1% rarity. So they're all super, super rare, regardless. So again, shout out to everyone that's been super supportive on the journey and just having fun with us here. So if you like the little Hazer pigs, let me know. These are some of my favorite traits in the whole collection, and there's not that many of them either. Let's see. Go to the trait. Oh, there you go. Look at that. You can actually see how many sprites, right? So look at, there's only 16 raptors, 30 bulls, and again, all of them have little astronaut helmets on them as well. Saucer, the little UFOs, there's only 12. So, I mean, basically anyone that gets any of the sprites, it's just extremely, extremely rare. Yeah, bird, there's only 7 birds and 6 dogs, right? 7 turtles. Yeah, so super rare. So actually there's 88 Hazers, the pigs. And then how many, those are the pink ones. Oh, okay, and there's 10 green. Yeah, I forgot. It's been a while since, it's been like 3 or 4 months since I've inscribed these. So yeah, I mean, basically any sprite. Let me look up the helmet so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at here. Helms. Let me find the dragon. Yeah, look at that. This is a 10K collection, by the way, if you guys don't remember. There's only 14 red dragon helmets. There's 20 green ones, green dragons, and then 22 blue. So 22 blue, 20 green. Yeah, so the red. So red is 14 total. So red helmets, the red dragons are the rarest helmet trait in the whole collection. Then the green helmets, and then the blue helmets. And then these one-of-ones, like Oscar node, India node, whatever, right? Those ones, there's like 12 specific people in the ecosystem that were like my biggest supporters. Some of my earliest supporters, they're going to get free one-of-ones early. So those are those. So you can kind of just disregard those traits. Those are the one-of-one traits. Yeah, so the dragons are going to be the rarest specific trait. And then, like I said, all the sprites are mostly the rarest traits on their helmet, of course, as well. So yeah, check them out. Go see. And the same thing, right? They have, some of them have one-of-one, like node 5, node 7, right? Those are the first, I think there's 12 one-of-ones. The first 13. There's 13 one-of-ones. So yeah, apart from those though, just ignore them. So there's only 7, right? So that one dragon, yeah, you can see it right here, that one dragon helmet with the dog on it. That's like one of the rarest helmet, rarest sprite, you know? So yeah, super, super rare. What is that? 0.44, not even 1%, you know? Super, super rare. Yeah, let me know if you like the collection. Worked very hard on it. So let me show you guys rarity ascending. So basically these are the most rare, right? These are the first 13. And then you can kind of just see from here, what are the next rarest, right? So like I said, this is literally the rarest one. That's not a one-of-one. It's the one I was just showing you guys. I'll just click on it. Yeah, Year of the Dragon. I just want them to be like super iconic, you know? Look at this one. The green dragon's right behind it with the green bird. It's supposed to be like a raven. If you guys are familiar with the ravens. I wanted it to really stand out. I love the bird. If you guys didn't know, this is my PFP. This is the one I had on, the bird, right? Kind of representing like wisdom or something. So I love the dinosaurs though, right? The raptors are one of my favorites. I think some of them just like really pop. Like some of them just really stand out, you know. And if any of you guys ever want to rock these as PFPs before we actually launch, I mean, no one's stopping. You know, literally just go on Centex and type in Cosmonauts, and it'll pop up, and you can search through the whole collection. We have not launched yet, but these will be the pieces up for grabs. Oh, I love the way this one came out. There's so many of them that are just so iconic. They pop out, right? The green thruster, the green chest, green legs, green arms, right? With the turtle. It's so iconic. To me, it is, right? I love the alien head in hand. Let me know if you guys are listening to the stream live. Let me know what's been your favorite trait so far. What trait are you most looking forward to? The cat was one of the first sprites that I did. I think he came out pretty well. I could have done the shading a little bit lighter, but I think it's subtle. I didn't want them to take over the whole screen. I definitely want the astronauts to be the main center of attention. But yeah, the little cat, and he has a little astronaut helmet too. I know a lot of you guys are cat people. Shout out to all the cat people. But of course, most people absolutely love their dogs. All right, trying to see if I missed anything, if there's anything else to show you guys. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about the collection. Just hanging out here. Oh yeah, this is crazy. Oh wait, nope. As I said, Centex didn't load it. Oh no, this is all by rarity. So like you can see, all the raptors are pretty rare right here. Yeah, shout out to Centex though. They were on top of this pretty fast, and they got it loaded, sorted. It works well. Let me jump back to hashnotes.com. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Didn't I have another tab open already? I probably exited out on accident. Let's see. Looks like my screen disconnected. Let me reconnect here. What's up, you guys? Just hanging out. It should be good. Should be good on the audio. So sometimes it should be good. You guys should be able to hear me. Let me remove this one from the stage. All right, should be able to hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me. Obviously, you won't be able to hear me say that, but if you can hear me, let me know. I just reconnected. I don't know why it disconnected there. Maybe it's because we have a stream going on for like 2 hours. All right, so I don't know. I did reach out to Patches to get featured, but he didn't feature us. So fine. All right, explore. What is this? Oh, these are those videos. Are these new inscriptions? 1,000, 100,000. Oh, these are new inscriptions. That's cool. I haven't been checking them too much as of late, but definitely go check them out. All right, let me go back over here. I know it's going to take a little bit to load all of these. I'm trying to see if there's a way to show. Oh yeah, there is a way. Hold on. Can I just like zoom out? No, it doesn't fill the screen. Okay, well I could just do this. Wait, is the website not working? I guess the website's not working. Well, I guess it won't load all of them. Maybe because I clicked it too fast or something. Well, I guess I'm just going to manually do it so you guys can actually see. Also, fun fact, I got to go look through my docs. I took some notes on which inscriptions we were able to pick up. So I'd have to go find it. It's been a minute, but we did lock in. Here, you know what? Let's see here. If I leave the stream going, you guys probably can still hear me. Still hear me. All right, well, give me 1 second. I'll be right back if you can't hear me. I am going to go and jump on my docs here and see what inscriptions we got. Second here. Actually, I don't even remember where I saved it. All right, so you guys should be able to still hear me. So we were able, I'm just going to jump back and forth between the tabs. So I'll be like quiet briefly and then I'll come back. So actually, you know what? I think I can just comment live on the show, right? So you guys can kind of just see what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's see. 4,000. Wonder if I'm able to share it. Yeah. Oh, dope. Okay. So we were able to lock in inscription 4,000. So literally inscription number here. Now I might pull some of them up too, so you guys can actually see them as well. So let me find this so you guys can actually see. So let me scroll. I guess I could. Oh, you know what? It would be easier. I guess I could just do this because the UI is not like there's just so many to go through. Okay. So I can just kind of skip ahead. Let's see here. Wait, did we get 3,000? No, look, it jumped from 2989 to 3,001. So we barely missed 3,000. So we did get 4,000. Now I went and checked. There you go. That astronaut, that cosmonaut is 4,000. All right, let me go check my notes. I'll be right back. Okay, we also got this one. We also got 5,555 as the inscription number. So these ones, I'm debating if I'm going to include these in the mint since they're pretty rare, in my opinion. Like you're literally going to have the chance of like getting like literally 4,000, inscription 4,000. It's just an iconic number, that kind of stuff. I think I might remove it from the mint. I gotta make a decision. I haven't decided yet how to go about that because I feel like that's pretty awesome to get an inscription like that. Let's see. And I might just include the mint. Right, let's see. Right here. Once the astronaut loads, you'll be able to see it. But we did get 5,555. Let me pick the next one. All right, we also got 6,000. All right, so since there's so many images to load, they're gonna struggle on the website to load. It is what it is. 6,000. And if you guys don't realize this and you're not like paying attention to the inscription numbers going up, like I said, 2,100 or 2,300 in that range of the first 10,000 NFTs inscribed on Hedera are all Cosmonodes, which was a pretty big historical milestone if you care about on-chain art, on-chain data, really. All right, 6,000. We did get 6,000 as well. There's that. Let me check my notes. Okay, we did get the next one, but we did not get 7,000, unfortunately. We did get 8,000. So let's show you 8,000. And as you can imagine, it took me quite some time, as I said, 4 or 5 days, or 5 or 6 days, to inscribe literally all these. I had to inscribe them in bulk and one by one for a bit there. So definitely was a labor of love for quite some time. I obviously paid out of pocket for these too. Yeah, 8,000. So basically, just for those of you guys that are just tuning in and you don't know what I'm talking about, basically when you own this, and if you own this NFT in your wallet, this NFT in your wallet will actually show 8,000 as the inscription number. So any of the ones I just showed you, whether it's 4,000, 5,555, 6,000, 8,000, and so on, that's the inscription number that you only have. If you own inscriptions, you care about the on-chain data, you will be the only one to have that specific number. That's why hash nodes, that's a big part of why people care about hash nodes, you know, and are understanding, oh, okay, like there is value outside of the old metrics. You know, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, there's on-chain data here, right? There's provenance here as well. All right, let me go to my notes. All right, let me share the next one that we got. So we did not get 9,000, unfortunately, but we did get 9,999. So let's jump to 9,999. As you can see, there was a jump there. So around the 9,000 range, a bunch, that's the reason we didn't actually get 9,000 specifically, because a bunch of people started inscribing under 10K because we were getting really close. And obviously I was going to town getting a bunch of these. So, and I'm going to actually spoil the next one that we get here too. You guys can all guess what it is. Again. Look at that. Oh, I guess it won't be spoiled yet. Look at that. 999. So someone's gonna be able to walk away with whether I do a special. I might just do like a separate special thing, honestly. I think these are pretty legendary NFTs in the collection, regardless of what they look like, regardless of the traits. I think they're just inherently more rare. And then surprise, we also got 10,000. 10,000 is absolutely crazy. I'm so jealous. I'm not keeping these for myself either, so I'm gonna be so incredibly jealous of whoever ends up getting inscription 10,000. So you can literally say you have the 10K, you have the 10K inscription. So yeah, I worked very hard to get these, to have the chance of even getting some of the rarest pieces, you know. So let me type it in really quick so you guys can see. Yep. We got 10,000. All right. Let me find. So we also, I'm just going to kind of spoil the rest of them. We also got 12,000, 13,000. We also got 14,000, 15,000. We got 15,000. We got 17,000. We got 18,000. And we got 19,000 as well. And then, of course, the So if you guys are tuning in, those numbers right there are all the thousands that we also got as well. So 12,000, 13, 14, 15, 17. We didn't get 16. That was the only one we didn't get, and 11. We didn't get 11,000 either. So between 10,000 and 20,000, then we didn't get 20,000 because we finished the total inscription. So let me jump to the last inscription. So the last inscription, you guys should be able to see it here. The last inscription was 19,619. You can see some of these numbers are a bit weird. There was a basically when I was inscribing, there was a couple issues with like 20 of the files or something. So some of the serials on the actual like name of the NFT got mixed up at the end there. But aside of that, all of the other NFTs in the entire collection are all, if you guys are familiar with like the Hangry NFTs, right? The baboons, right? There was like, I don't know, 400 of them that had like mismatched serial numbers or something. That's basically what happened here with like 20 of them at the end here. But you can see Cosmonaut 10,000, all the 9,000, right? These are technically the last ones. And then basically whichever ones got messed up during the process, just because the platform, for various reasons, right, didn't accept. And then we debugged it, right? It was just the cost of being super early, right? So a couple of them are going to be after 10,000 technically, but these are the official ones. So like 156, the file didn't load early on, right? So, but all the final ones, I made sure to have them, right, all accurate. You can see all the ones that are set right, all the 9,000s and so on. So yeah, there's a few that are mismatched at the very end, but 10,000, right? We have our 10,000 set. Let me show you. What I think we got 19,000, right? Let's see it. There you go, 19,000. And I've also, I have all these NFTs in the wallet still, the minting wallet. And I did verify, you are able to see them. You can see their inscription numbers in the wallet. So we're not there yet on Centex or any of the marketplaces for that matter. You won't be able to see the you won't be able to see the inscription yet. So if you click on it, right, you won't be able to see which Hashnote inscription it is. You can just see the serial number, right? So if you really want to go on hashnotes.com and cross-reference, you can. And then, of course, if you own it in the wallet, you'll be able to see it. So if you own any of these in your wallet, you'll be able to see which one it is. But yeah. Let's see, we didn't actually do a weather report, huh? On Centex. You guys can see all the top 10. What is the price? The price of Hbar is what, 6? So about 60. What is this? 3,000. So 10% of that's what? 300. Wait, is that right? Hbar is worth, yeah, that's right. Yes, $250. And then 60% of that's what, like 100 and I do the math in my head for some reason. No. What is it? 120, 150 maybe dollars USD. I think that's what that is. Let me go to. Maybe I can go on like CoinGecko, Gecko Terminal or something. We can look at DeFi. If you guys appreciate the show, you guys want to show some support, like and retweet. You guys know what to do. Let's Gecko Terminal here. Actually haven't pulled up Gecko Terminal, full transparency here, on desktop. I've only done it on mobile. Let's see what we're cooking with here. I don't really focus on these because it could be artificial or manipulated. So I do focus on the 24-hour volume. So let's see who's doing their thing on the volume side of things. Yeah, I mean this is like night and day to the NFT side of things, you know. I have to remove that. You guys should be able to hear me still. Yeah, for frame of reference, if you guys don't understand how this works or what we're even looking at, I mean this right here. Let me just look at sauce really quick. Where's the depth? Sauce. $93,000, right? Like $92,000 is like probably like 50. No, wait, no, you gotta multiply it by, and it's like over $1 million. Is it over here? Let me just. I'm trying to do math in my head here. Let's see, 93,000.06 divided. Yeah. Okay, I was on the right track. Yeah, Hbar's at what, like 6 something, 6.5. Yeah, that's like 1.4 million Hbar in volume. Like I don't think a lot of people realize like the difference, right? You can add up the top 10 even in volume, you know, in NFTs. Because this is an Hbar, right? This isn't a USD, to my knowledge. I don't believe this is USD. This is an Hbar. So USD is obviously like way lower than that. But then the DEXs, right, are in USD. So when you go and look at almost $1 million in volume, right, 100,000, 93,000, so on, right? Graph. I mean, what are we looking at here? What's the price? 37 cents. I mean, Graph alone, right? Let's just put this in a frame of reference here. 56,000 is like probably around 1 million Hbar or something or more in a 24-hour period. So singularly, the Graph token, right, is doing more than like probably like 20 times the top 10 of NFTs right now, right? Currently, like that's like the current state of NFTs, right? Here in Hedera, in relation to DeFi, right? Just being fully aware of how much liquidity is actually flowing to DeFi, and then how many people are not either in NFTs currently, right? So like, yeah, that might sound bearish or bleak or whatever, but like most people are not in NFTs right now. They're in DeFi. They're trading over here. They're doing their thing, whatever, right? And most DeFi's down, right? So like these numbers are way higher when DeFi is actually pumping and doing this thing. It's just a massive difference, you know? Where's the other DEXs, right? Okay, so we have sauce up here, right? All these pairs are Hbar pairs or sauce pairs. Karate Combat, 160, what is that? No. 16K volume on the Hbar pair. H3, 11K volume. Are there other DEXs on here? Does it show them? I haven't seen this. Does anyone know anything about this stablecoin? Maybe I missed the alpha on that. Is this the first pair with BSL? Yeah, 3,000. I mean, for DeFi, I mean, these are very low numbers regardless, but also, as I was saying earlier, you know, like, DeFi is just down right now, you know. Also, if you guys are not familiar, these are just multiple graph pools. These aren't the main pools necessarily. H3 with the Hbar X. Wow. Yeah, so you guys can see just kind of the state of Hedera DeFi, everything's at right now, you know. Yeah, this is very interesting. And I use this personally, like I said, I'll just change the metric here to whoever has the top volume, and I just kind of scroll, you know, I'll just kind of look at what tokens are up here, you know. Do you have meme tokens? Do you have DEXs? Do you have platforms, you know, that people are using, right? Do you have RWA stuff, you know? So that's what I look at when I want to take DeFi seriously here. I'm just going to kind of scroll through here, you know, and I'll use other platforms too. But this is one of the main ones a lot of people are using. DEX Screener. go download Deck Screener, make a watch list, right? I have a watch list. Maybe we'll talk about that in the future at some point. Maybe I'll show you my. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's see. I don't use Deck Screener on desktop either. So let's see. Okay, cool. Looks pretty similar. Cool. All right, let's load it. There you go. There's an app as well. I don't do any of these indicators. I only do 24 hours or bigger. I don't really care about these personally. All right, yeah, growth. Look at that. Topping the chart. Can I volume? There you go. Yeah, volume's like the most important indicator, in my opinion. There's liquidity, right? Liquidity is probably the second biggest, and then market cap. I put these almost the same level, honestly. Liquidity. I mean, if you guys don't understand how liquidity works or just why it matters, we're gonna continue to talk about it here on the show, right? So important, so important. Market cap, extremely important as well, and then of course volume. This is very similar as the other platform that I was just on with Gecko Terminal. It looks about the same, right? Growth, sauce, jam, more sauce, priority combat, growth. Yeah, I mean, those are basically the main tokens I'd be looking at currently, right? Especially when the market's down. I'm gonna look at who has the most volume, right? Within reason. What is the liquidity situation, right? Market cap, right? And go from there. I mean, that's just, I can't be any more blunt than that, you know? You just kind of look through the market, you know? Then look through the next 10, right? You have all these over here, and just kind of keep going and look through them and see what's volume, what doesn't, and so on. So, yep. And then look at the liquidity again. Don't miss out on liquidity. Liquidity is so vital for these tokens. And again, if you guys have questions, let me know. Happy to unpack them even further. I'll just pick Growth since they had a new listing, I think today. Right, this is a very small chart. I don't know why the candle only is this far. That's weird. There you go. Oh, I see. You can set the intervals. Yeah, like I said, I don't use Deck Screener on 3 months and 1 hour intervals. I'm trying to. All right, well, I don't know why this chart's literally showing like a month ago or less. So I guess I can't show too much. But yeah, I can't really chart this outside of just showing like, is there a higher high, higher low, right? But again, all these tokens, regardless of what token it is, in my opinion, I could be wrong, obviously, but all these are just gonna kind of wait on Hbar to pump, which Hbar is waiting on Bitcoin to pump, right? Just the state of the market, right? You guys were here earlier in the show. I don't know why my market cap's taking forever to load. There you go. But yeah, you guys want me to tell you when Bitcoin's gonna pump or dump or do whatever it wants to do, right? Yeah. Like I said, all eyes are on September. All the election stuff, right, is gonna happen. Trump, Biden, all that kind of stuff, right? If we get downside to the 40K, expect next summer. If we see cross up on the stochastic, right? If you guys are just tuning in, we talked about this earlier. I'll just kind of briefly touch on it one more time before we close out the show here. The 1 month, right? Look at that. So basically, every time these cross, that's a monumental shift. And we're probably going to get another one in September at some point. So if blue is closing up and it goes up, we're going to see Bitcoin go above 73. That's most likely what happen. If it closes below and it hits in the 40s, then again, we're just going to wait. So whatever happens, and we'll go from there. So yeah, the next 3 to 6 months is going to be so pivotal, so crucial for whatever Bitcoin's going to do next, and the rest of the market, really, whatever this bull run is going to turn into. I appreciate everyone tuning in here today to Hbar Daily Show. We'll end the show for a second time here. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. The shows here, you can see it rotating to the bottom of the screen here. Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. EST, the place to be in Web3. Don't forget to like and retweet the stream. Like and retweet the space. So actually, I already ended the space like an hour ago. But yeah, don't forget to like and retweet. Appreciate everyone tuning in here today. Look at that. The greed and fear index. We want to see this as low as possible. Look at that. That's beautiful. I didn't even see this. Yeah, we definitely got to touch on this in the future. Look at that. This is the bottom of the market over here. 30s, in the 30s. Look at this. Look at where we are. 35, 37 the last week. That is what we need. This is so important. You love to see it. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what the next few months bring. We're locking it in. We're locking in. Strap in. You guys have no idea what is yet to come. You are not bullish enough. Also, you guys have not, I didn't even talk about this today. 2 mornings ago, I made a post commenting on this post. If you guys haven't retweeted it yet, you know what? There looks like there's some people I gotta like and retweet perhaps. Yeah, I gotta like and retweet this. But yeah, go like and retweet it. I'll go like and retweet your posts. This is the way forward to get Hedera marketing on the map here on the retail side of things. All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's end the show here.